switch over real quick to our two FERC nominees, and I want to follow up on some questions from Senator Barrasso. I, too, have been following very closely DOE's recent staff report on power markets. I was pleased that they concluded that the grid is operating reliably. I am concerned that the term baseload power has potentially become a bit of a less of an engineering term and more of a political term in recent years. And in particular, the indication within that report that potentially FERC should modify existing competitive markets for bulk power as an attempt to either prop up or even subsidize central generation technologies that are no longer cost competitive in current market conditions. Would each of you care to share your thoughts in particular on this DOE report and in particular its suggestions to FERC? You can flip a coin for who goes first. Mr. McIntyre, it looks like you're ready.
Thank you, Senator. It's a complex area, and it touches upon a couple of different aspects of the FERC's jurisdiction, not just the oversight of energy markets and the assurance of just and reasonable rates in those markets, but also the reliability component of protection of the grid. And the issues go to both of those areas of FERC's jurisdiction. So what I would assure you, if confirmed by the Senate, is that I would give the matter very careful consideration. It does also overlap with work that's currently underway at the FERC, and so in light of that, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to suggest a specific policy position on it here.
Mr. Glick.
Senator, like Mr. McIntyre, I'm reluctant to comment too specifically because it's a pending matter. I will note that the Commission had a two-day technical conference on this matter, both I think on May 1st and 2nd of this year, and it's something, and there's been a number of comments filed since, so it's worth looking at the record. I will say your comment about prop up I think is very important. The Commission doesn't have the authority, nor should it, prop up failing technologies or technologies that are not economically competitive. I think the DOE grid study suggested there are some reliability attributes that those technologies provide. I think so far, as I mentioned earlier, the grid study found that the loss of those technologies, loss of some baseload generation hasn't had an impact on reliability. But as I said before, it's worth looking at. I think it's certainly worth studying, continuously studying, but certainly the Commission shouldn't be in the business of propping up technologies.
Thank you both.